I, 29 female, cheated on my husband, 30 male, while he was deployed overseas. I know I messed up bad, but how long does he get to use it against me?
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
I, 29 female, cheated on my husband, 30 male, while he was deployed overseas. I know I messed up bad, but how long does he get to use it against me? I've been married to my husband shortly after he graduated from West Point about 6 years ago. I too am college educated, but I have basically put my life in total hold to have our kids. Travel with him to graduate from Special Forces training and moves to crappy army town after crappy army town and sit and wait idly by during deployment after deployment after deployment. I used to love him deeply, but I just don't know if I do anymore because I resent the situation his career has put us in. I am lonely. I feel like I'm wasting away intellectually. I feel like I've put way more into raising the kids than he has. Well, all the while he gets massive accolades, medals, and awards. I resent him deeply. At this point, I am staying with him for the sake of our kids, but even that is really starting to wear off. At his last deployment, the loneliness just got to be way too much for me, and I had a very loving and intimate affair with a much older pastor of our church. He is in his 50s, has grown kids, and a disabled wife who is no longer interested in sex. I didn't love him per se, but I loved that he was attentive. He didn't work out all the time. He enjoyed good meals and wine. My husband is a workout fiend and is constantly counting calories and eating healthy, which after 6 years is really boring. So while our affair was very physical, it was also two people coming together to provide what the other was lacking emotionally and mentally. We mutually broke it off shortly before my husband got home, and even though I would never be with an older guy long term, I really do miss him. Well, it took about a day after my husband coming home to figure out what had gone on. I wasn't very careful about Facebook messaging with the pastor, so I guess it was easy to figure out. I admitted to everything right away, kind of hoping he would leave me, but he didn't. So I lied and said I was still in love with my husband, and he promised to try and forgive me. Well, he hasn't, which has added to my overall resentment of the situation. If he stays out of all night drinking with his friends, and I ask where he was, his reply, well, at least I was having an affair. If he messes something up that he knows bugs me, like not putting gas in a car, I get, well, good reverend, so, and so remember gas. I know I messed up, but I feel I had good reason for doing so. I want to stay married to him because at this point, I would get so screwed in the divorce for my infidelity. But I feel like a double prisoner now. My question is this. Is there a certain amount of time I should allow him to vent over this affair before saying enough is enough?